Hello, everyone, and welcome to our fourth episode of our Meet the Partners video series. If you haven't joined us before, this series focuses on our amazing partnerships with technology companies, auctioneers, equipment providers, consignment providers, and other services connected within the nonprofit fundraising sector, where we then also provide our professional, highly trained event staff. If you have missed any of our previous episodes, you can catch them all on our YouTube channel. And if you want to be notified about the new episodes, then please do hit that subscribe button. All right, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Megan Emily from GiveSmart, a company very close to my heart from years gone by. She's here to tell us about herself and what GiveSmart do, as well as our partnership and how mutually beneficial it has been across the last 2 years now. Megan, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, I'm Megan Emily. I'm the Partnerships Manager at GiveSmart by Community Brands. So excited to talk with you in partnership with Life Event Staffing about the GiveSmart platform. For those of you who aren't as familiar, GiveSmart is an award-winning fundraising solution software for nonprofits of all sizes. Really, our goal is to help you create engaging and easy giving experiences for your donors to reach your fundraising goals. We have now surpassed working with over 8,400 nonprofits, and with them, there's a combined $5.3 billion that have been raised on our platform and ticking every second. It just, ching, 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 little dollars going up, right? Which is amazing. We are also recently very honored to receive 3 Trust Radius top rated awards for another year in a row here in 2023. And really, we've got features and integrations to support mobile bidding, but also live streams, your donor management, campaign management, and taking it beyond event day, which we all traditionally think about, that online and peer-to-peer fundraising. And what's really great is, in addition to our technology, we've got a lot of really great services to complement and support what you're doing. So we have a remote technician service that's event day focused. That is kind of your in the pocket person on call directly dedicated to you, that can help execute your fundraising needs throughout the night and provide real-time support if any issues should bubble up. We also have our professional services. So that's going to be personalized training and consultation hours that are really customized and geared towards what you and your team need to feel prepared in advance of your event, or to grow your fundraising, or to, if you're a first-time user, really developing your confidence in using GiveSmart. We also have a more robust guided implementation to kind of take over getting you up and running with the platform as well.
Thanks, Megan. Can you maybe touch base on how the pandemic affected GiveSmart and how things have changed now as we are coming out of it?
Although I really like to think we are past thinking about the pandemic, I know that's a really big question on everyone's mind is, how did that affect the way that GiveSmart works? And certainly our customers that have been with us for many years, have been certainly on a journey with us. And we've really worked in tandem with them to overcome some challenges. And I think that, if we look back and think on the theme of the pandemic, everybody was trying to do more with less. Our nonprofit, customers do that every day, but that's something we had to do. And a really big goal for us was to keep our technology and our services accessible to as many organizations as we could. And we had to get an eye on how we could make them more flexible. We just know budgets weren't the same. And so that really led us more so around to this, I like to call it a la carte offering, where you could really DIY it yourself, but you could also tag in the specific services that you needed and the support you needed, and obviously the price points to go with all of that. It's probably still sensitive, but the biggest change I think anyone would say, it's the elephant in the room, is that GiveSmart, had a really robust team that was available to support our customers directly on site. And as part of the pandemic and those on-site events not happening, we really took the opportunity to invest and look more at our software and what our true mission was. And that was to provide the best technology. Going on site is almost its own separate business. And I think that's truly evidenced by our wonderful partners that we have today, being able to spin off and really solely support that element for nonprofits. We do know that nonprofits are back full swing with their in-person on-site events. And we know that we still need to be a part of that solution for them. And that's how our Smart Partners program was born. There are a lot of options for getting on-site support, whether through volunteers, whether through various agencies, or independent contractors that are out there. But what we know is really important is getting quality people and saving nonprofits time searching through all the muck of information that's out there, all the options. So it was important to us that we could connect everybody with vetted and trusted agencies and providers to meet that need. And of course, life event staffing was a natural fit for us. They were really top of mind when we started developing this and considering who we wanted to bring on board. It's not a state secret, but for anyone who doesn't know, I have a really great relationship with Lauren personally. Lauren was once upon a time part of the GiveSmart team, and I actually was on her team. And Lauren had the opportunity to move to another region in the US. She was going up to the Northeast, and I got wind of that, and I dialed her up and I said, Lauren, basically, I want your job. But I want to hear like the nitty gritty, right? I don't want to hear the job description part. And Lauren was kind enough to talk me through it. And I ended up assuming her particular role in the Southeast region. So we had a few years of working together, and I'm so happy she was able to continue on kind of in this new iteration with life event staffing. And so having really a lot of respect for how she operates and knowing really well her values and how she takes care of customers, and really the great relationships that she has with her team. We got them in Smart Partners right away.
Yes, thank you, Megan. That is very sweet of you. I know you guys have the Smart Partner program to introduce your clients with trusted partners of yours. Can you tell us about the Smart Partners program a little bit more?
All right. So yes, Smart Partners is still a relatively new program for GiveSmart here in 2023. We had a bit of a trial phase in 2022, but I can say it's working so well, especially our relationship with Life. A lot of people ask, what are you guys doing specifically to work with Life or any partners in this program to ensure a successful event? And when I think about it, I kind of almost want to say nothing. That's not true, of course, but we really are working behind the scenes to set the entire Life team up for success. And going through training and, showing proficiency on the GiveSmart platform is a really big part of that. But, past that first major part, I like to say we get out of their way. And that's really because there's such a high level of trust. And we know so well how they operate. We know that when one of our customers contracts them to come on site, they're in good hands. They're doing their due diligence. They're taking that expertise that we've built up with them, and they're executing and doing a great job. Of course, we have such a good relationship, and we're always available to talk. So when, if there were ever a question coming up, we're in really close contact. We're available, to the Life team as they are to us, to pass on those particularly helpful pieces of information. And that kind of follows up post-event as well, with additional information that may be needed. If there's ever a question about something, we work again together to kind of deep dive to the root of what's needed, and respectively are taking care of that for the customer's best interest. I think what's also been really pleasing, I guess, for us to see is, we have a lot of customers who are not only bringing Life on site, but they also have a remote technician on the GiveSmart side, who, especially for large events, it kind of helps break up some of those tasks where it's really critical that someone has full focus on something. It's an extra layer of support should something come up and a troubleshooting need, a more direct line to our greater GiveSmart support team through having that technician. But it's been pretty seamless in terms of working together and having respect for one another, and again, just that shared interest in making sure that goals are met, and that funds are raised, and that people are happy at these events.
Is there anything else you can share with us about the future of GiveSmart and any upcoming projects?
I think what's really exciting at GiveSmart at this point in time is that GiveSmart now comprises GiveSmart events, which longtime customers may think of as kind of the bread and butter, what they've always known, but it also comprises GiveSmart Fundraise, which is for your online donation forms and peer-to-peer fundraising, and it's so beautiful. The interface and the design looks so fantastic. But also we now have GiveSmart Donor CRM for managing your donor data. And obviously we've gotten the works, that integration, all of those talking together, which I think for any nonprofit is a bit of a no-brainer. Again, going with doing more with less. It's less manual work and less time, so that you can focus on your mission.
Great stuff. We have lots of awesome technology partners as well as GiveSmart. So what do you think that sets you guys apart from the rest?
We know there's really a lot of options, and even more options popping up every day for mobile bidding, and gearing especially towards your silent, your live auctions, and your paddle raise at your on-site event. And it's natural to wonder, what sets GiveSmart apart? Why is GiveSmart different than some of these other providers out there? And I think, there's not big gaps. is probably the reality especially when it comes to specifically the GiveSmart events platform. What I hear from customers is that, if they've ventured out to try something different, it's just that it's a usability factor. GiveSmart is more intuitive and easier to use. Some of the same features are just a little bit more robust, but a really big part of it is our team. I think our team's the best. We genuinely enjoy working together to serve nonprofits. We've built really great relationships with our nonprofit customers, and a lot of our team actually has a breadth and years and years and years of experience and expertise from actually working in nonprofits themselves. And I think with our renewed focus on our technology, it's just getting better all of the time. We have such a tight cadence. Our R&D team is releasing new features and fixes and monitoring for those bugs. Those things are coming out every 2 weeks, and a lot of it starts with a bit of feedback from a nonprofit.
Megan, thank you so much for today. It's been very insightful, and we really, really do appreciate your time. If you would like to speak with GiveSmart, you can do so by visiting their site directly or contact us, and we would be happy to put you in touch. They can demo their platform, offer you a quote, or just answer any questions that you may have. Thank you once again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at the next episode of Meet Our Partners. Thank you and goodbye.